20 years before the Thompsons became America's first family of lacrosse, there was another family from upstate New York dominating the lacrosse landscape, the Powell family. Starting with Casey in 1995, there was a Powell wearing 22 at Syracuse and destroying defenses for the next decade. And this year, Mike and Ryan Powell decided it was time to put their experience and expertise to good use and started Powell Lacrosse. What is up, guys? Neil here for Cardinal Lacrosse, and today we're taking a look at Powell's first release, the Powell Pioneer. The thing that pops out at you immediately upon seeing the Powell Pioneer for the first time is just how aggressive it looks. The clean, slick lines on the Pioneer with cutouts in just the right places, not to mention my absolute favorite ball stop in the game, showcase a design that was clearly well thought out aesthetically. But the Pioneer is not just another beautiful head. There's function behind all that form. For instance, the sidewall pattern features 3 triangular struts set at an angle going up the head. Powell chose a triangular shape for its sidewall design because in a triangle, any force applied to one side is spread evenly through all 3 sides, making the triangle able to withstand a much larger amount of force than that of other shapes. The shape, angle, and location of these struts make the head stiffer at the bottom to keep the head from warping and bending at the throat, while simultaneously allowing the head to flex a bit at the top as the ball travels through the pocket on a shot. Combine that level of engineering with Powell's new proprietary plastic and you have one tough head. Powell was also clearly thinking about stringing when designing the Pioneer. With 16 oversized sidewall holes, this head was designed for you to be able to string any way you choose with any kind of materials you could imagine. The top string holes will easily house a triangle top string and probably more, while the throat holes provide plenty of space for leather. The only problem I experienced with these holes is that many of them seem to taper in when you go from the outside of the head to the inside. This is only really a problem when you're stringing through a single hole more than once, and it isn't a major problem because with a little bit of work you could still get the string through multiple times, but it is something to be aware of. Another thing to be aware of on the Pioneer is the connection point between the throat and the shaft. Powell really did their research when designing the Pioneer and noticed that head wobble created from an improper fit between the head and the shaft not only made the head more susceptible to cracking, but also made for less consistency. To combat this issue, Powell made a ridiculously snug connection point. When you first try to put the Pioneer on a shaft, even a Powell shaft, you will feel like it's an impossible task without breaking the head. But with a little bit of effort and some help from Ryan Powell, it will come into place and you will be left with a great feel between your hands, the shaft, and the head of your stick. The face shape of the Pioneer is one of the best parts about the head. It's an X-Spec head that feels like a high school head. This is largely due to the face shape having a design that's almost completely vertical for about 2/3 of the head before abruptly and sharply flaring out. The shape alone helps provide better hold and consistency and also lends itself to stringing a pocket just about anywhere in the head. This Pioneer was strung up with Thrown Light by Sam and his crew at the Powell String Team and finished off with a Gunmetal Flight 22 shaft. This is a fantastic combo and it instantly replaced all my other gamers. With the Pioneer, Powell has shot out of the gates, making a must-have product at the first time of asking. With the Powell name and this level of forethought and research put into their products, we think Powell will be a force to be reckoned with for many years to come. But what do you think? Are you going to scoop a Pioneer for yourself, or do you remain one of the unconverted? Leave us a comment in the section below and let us know. Because that's all I got for you guys today, but we're back later with more. So until then, I'm out. Combine that level of engineering with Powell's new proprietary... Combine that level of engineering with Powell's new proprietary... Combine that level of engineering with Powell's new proprietary plastic, and you have one tough head.